Okay, so this is a demo for the first drawing activity for the BGE homework. I'm going to focus on the task that's on the right hand side. The one on the left is asking you to copy the marks that are in the boxes, and what you need to do with that is you can either use a very sharp point of a pencil or you can even use a black pen. But once you've done that and you move on to your tonal shading on the right hand side, you will need to use a pencil. Now I've got a HB pencil here at the moment, which the majority of you will have. You're going to put different shades of tones in each of the boxes. We're going to start with light and we're going to work our way up to get darker. When you're doing your tone and shading, you want to make sure that you use the side of your pencil, and as you get darker, you want to lean more heavily as you go further along the boxes. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. So here we go. The first one, I'm leaning very, very lightly, and I'm making sure that I'm keeping all of my shading as best as I can in the same direction. So I'm making sure that my shading is all going horizontally across the box, like so. Then when I go to the next box, I'm going to lean a wee bit more heavily and get that slightly darker tone. Again, making sure that my shading is all horizontal as much as I can. Obviously, when I get to the edges, it becomes a wee bit more difficult. You want to try to make sure that you keep your lines or your shading inside the box. Don't go over the box. Like that. And then as I go to the next one, I need to lean more heavily. Again, keeping in the box, leaning very, very heavily. And you can see we've got a very light tone, a slightly darker tone, it's getting much darker, and then the remaining two you want to lean very, very heavily to get those darker. Now if you're lucky enough to have a 2B pencil, a 2B pencil is a darker shaded pencil, and it's also a much softer pencil. The H allows you to go as light as, the HB rather, allows you to go as light as that, whereas a 2B pencil is quite a dark pencil. So if you've got a 2B pencil, you can switch to your 2B pencil to get that box a bit darker. You're not needing to put up on quite as much pressure as you would have been if you were using the HB, but you can also do it with the HB pencil. And then the final box, which is the heaviest and the darkest. And there we go. So we've got the boxes. Now the bottom bar is about trying to make your tones blend. So you're not going to have an obvious distinction as you do with the boxes at the top. So this time, when you start with your lighter tone, you're going to take some of that over into the area that's slightly darker, and then we'll blend the darker tone in with that. So I'm going to start with my lighter tone. I'm not putting too much pressure on my pencil. I'm using the side of my pencil and I'm shading as much as I can in that horizontal direction, obviously except for the bits when I'm going down the sides. Now my lighter tone is going slightly more into the darker tone one, so now I'm going to start putting a wee bit more pressure on, and I'm going to start to get this to be a wee bit darker. And it's about trying to blend these lighter and darker tones. And now I'm starting to lean a wee bit more heavily. Again, keeping my pencil in the same direction as much as I can. Taking some of that darker tone over the lighter tone so that I can get it to blend. And then I'm going to pick up my 2B pencil. so that I can start getting a much darker tone. And there we have it. So your task is to lean lightly with your HB pencil. Keep your lines in the same direction as much as you possibly can. Lean more heavily to get your darker tones. You gradually put more pressure on as you go along. Then at the bottom, it's about trying to blend and get a nice bar of shading that goes from dark to light without having to put it into the boxes. And that's your first task for your BGE homework. Good luck with that.